New York Giants fans, are you fed up enough? Are you ready to just be done?
I am.
Are you-
So, because I can't do it. I just can't. I don't know how much more of this I could take. It's just they give us the false hope. Again, we somehow are getting, I think I'm gonna call them the rage bait giants. It's not New York because they find ways to make you feel like you have a chance to win. Because my mindset coming into this game was I looked at our record, I looked at other bad franchises records, and I'm thinking maybe we should just try to stay where we're at so we can get a better draft pick. And I literally just said a week ago or so that we shouldn't think like that. But with all these receivers coming up in the draft, and with Malik Neighbors being out, Cam Scatterboo being gone, and now you got Dart concussed because he's trying to be Cam Scatterboo and himself at the same time, trying to
That's
run the
right.
ball. It doesn't
That's
make sense.
true.
And coaching is a big part of that because why are we designing QB run plays on a team riddled with injuries? We're going to get into all these topics, but before we do, we need you guys to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because I am going to be going bald. I've let my hair, usually I don't let my hair grow out like this. I'm letting it grow out so that it actually makes sense for the event. And I'm trying to make sure we can at least get to 1,000 subs by December 1st. We may not even get it by December 1st based on our numbers and average subscribers per video, which
Yeah.
means we need people to continue to support us and subscribe. We're not getting enough. I may need to push this back to the end of December now, just to actually keep it alive, because
It's
we
true.
need we need people to come in and support us and drop subscribers. You get all these people that come in that aren't subscribed, that watch our videos and come in and chat with us, and it's not helping us grow. We want the family to grow. Our ultimate end game goal is to make the family grow. That's what we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We need that.
we need that support. So please subscribe. It would mean the world to me and my mom, especially to my mom. It'd make my mom happy. Please don't make my mom cry. We don't want that.
You don't
So
want me to cry.
let's get into the venting segment of this podcast. We're going to start with, I just have to go right into it. Let's start with coaching. Why are we running the same plays but to the opposite sides when it doesn't work? And I'm referring to when we had Tyron Tracy Jr. run it up the middle on the right side and the play
Oh
side A
my
gap.
God.
And then we decided to hand it off to him backside A, basically the same play other side, and it got the same amount of yards, zero. And we were forced to go for a big passing play, already putting Jaxson Dart in the mindset of he's got to do everything. And that's a lot of pressure on a rookie to make those two mistakes and then put it all on him. And then luckily there were some plays where it worked out, and then there were other plays where it didn't work out. The plays where it didn't work out, where it was the biggest impact, was when we decided to go with Jaxson Dart on the ground again for like this third time on the same drive, something like that. And he fumbles it. And if it wasn't bad enough, he's staying down on the ground after the play's over. And I always get a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach whenever I see a player down for longer than a few seconds. But when it's Jaxson
Mm-hmm.
Dart, I knew the game was over. From that moment, right, I said, well, we're done. And I knew we were done because it meant that Russell Wilson's going to go in. And you saw how Russell Wilson played on the last drive. Outside of the one pass that got deflected because the player came off the edge and hit his arm before he could throw it, there were two throws he made where it was just like, what was that? That was the only thing I could say. I was just like, what was that? He threw it to nobody twice. Whether he was trying to throw it away or not, it looked awful. And Russell Wilson is slow. Looking at Jaxson Dart run and looking at him run is night and day. He tried to run out and scramble out to the right and was hawked down by a big dude. Not even a linebacker. It was a defensive tackle or defensive end. And he got hawked down. And Russell Wilson is slow. He runs like he's got glue on the bottom of his cleats. It just looks
He looks
terrible.
heavy. I actually said out loud, when I was looking at him running, I was like, he looks
That's
heavy.
bad. That's bad.
Yeah, he looks
But
heavy.
that means to me that age is catching up to him right now. He looks
Yep.
sluggish. It didn't look good. He didn't look like the scrambler that we're used to seeing from the Seahawk days or even at the very beginning of the Broncos days because he did have some scrambling ability still in the tank. But I think that's washed. I think it's done. I think Russell Wilson is completely washed. He's done.
Damn.
He's done. He's trash. He's terrible. He can't do anything. When you put him on the field, it means you lose. It doesn't mean anything else. That is a loss. You don't win when Russell Wilson's playing. I'd rather see Jameis Winston throw picks. I'd rather see that.
Damn.
I would rather see it. At least I know he has some more energy in the tank. Russell Wilson is awful. He's terrible. And to anybody that said that Russell Wilson was going to change this franchise, I am looking at you right now with a raised eyebrow because I was the person long ago, before the season started, that said Russell Wilson being here doesn't mean a damn thing. And look at us right now. Basically the same record as last season at this time of the year. We had 2 wins on the record on our record, I believe, and just it was just pitiful. It was awful. We're an embarrassment even right now. It looked better with the swagger behind Jaxson Dart and Cam Scadaboo for the short time, but guess what? We are back to the same old trash Giants from last season and the season before that, and outside of season 2022, the season before that, etc. 2022, you just have an asterisk next to it. It's just that was the easiest schedule we've had. So screw that. If you take that year away, we are below 500 team every year for the last 6 years. If you take that away, you can even go further back than that. But still, we're that bad. We give up 75 points in the fourth quarter this year. 75 points. What does that say? It says that the team doesn't know how to finish. We have no life. We gas and get tired, and we don't play the rest of the game. On both sides of the football. You give up 75 points in the fourth quarter. What is it, basketball? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's crazy to me. That's over 10 weeks, by the way. No bye week. 75 points. You're giving up a touchdown and some change every fourth quarter. That is coaching. That's lack of motivation.
Yeah.
And that's injuries. Because the injuries is why we're here right now. Once Cam Scadaboo went out and Malik Neighbors went out, yeah, the season was pretty much over. But when you look at everyone else that's gotten hurt over this time, Graham Gano comes back after being gone for a few months, comes in just to miss a couple of kicks and is out again. You can't make it up. Our punter misses a bad punt at the end of the game. Like it's you can't the punter can't even kick the ball, ladies and gentlemen. That's how bad it is. I can't believe that I somehow feel like this season is worse than last year's. Somehow. I just feel that way. And a lot of it has to do with the coaching. It has nothing to do with the players on the field. It has to do with the fact that Shane Bowen can't get people like Abdul Carter to get to the quarterback. We had 12 pressures and no sacks.
Oh,
12
that
pressures.
that pressure stat that they mentioned
That's unheard of.
it's embarrassing.
That's unheard of.
It's
12 pressures, no
it's
sacks.
embarrassing to have that many pressures and no value from it.
That's like that commercial with the old guy fishing, and he's like, "Ah, nice try. You got to be quicker than that." Like that's literally what it was like. It's literally that. Abdul Carter takes off on plays. I'm going to call him out again. If people, for any of you football aficionados out there and fanatics that like to watch replays, just watch Abdul Carter. Watch how if the player, the runner, whoever it is, gets away from him within 5 yards, he just starts slowing down. He doesn't keep running. He doesn't take a different pursuit angle to try to catch him. He just slows down. Number 95. How did you not tackle Caleb Williams right there? You had the pursuit angle, and somehow you only were able to get a finger on him. Burns gets burned somehow, 5 yards down the field by Caleb Williams. This is a quarterback. This isn't a receiver or a running back. This is a quarterback blown by everybody. Everybody today looked like they were in slow motion. We had Javon Holland back. It didn't mean much. Cordell Flott misses a big time interception in the beginning of the game that would have given us great momentum. You got everybody dropping the ball on both sides of the ball. So I couldn't even blame receivers today because everybody was dropping it. I guess the weather was that bad. It was snowing a little bit. Maybe the ball was
It
slippery.
was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But my point is this. We don't know how to maintain leads. We've never been able to maintain a lead through a game and win. We either give the lead away and find a way to come back and win, or we just give the lead away and lose. We've never been able to, outside of the Eagles game, we haven't been able to maintain a lead of 14 or more in over a span of what, 3 minutes or more? The leads are generally gone in that amount of time. And today, I can't tell you how many times I've seen our team lose in the last drive or just the last quarter, like the last stretch of the quarter, fourth quarter. There's 5 minutes left in the game. And I just already knew that it was over. It's bad that I knew it was over when there was 5 minutes left in the game and we still had the lead. And I still knew it was over. I just kept saying we're gonna lose this game. It's just a matter of when. That's the type of football knowledge, or rather, I shouldn't even say knowledge. That's the type of football mentality that I have right now when the Giants have a lead. It's still the other team's game if we have the lead. Isn't that sad, Mom? Isn't that just sad?
It's not even allowing yourself to get to have a chance to win. It's you know, it's an uncomfortable feeling. And we have some people in the chat that have joined us. Michael Holmes is here. He says,
Mike Holmes.
not surprised with this. Our defense can't close
Nope.
an open window.
Nope.
Get Dayball out of here already. I mean, how many times as fans can we say that? He also adds, why didn't they put Winston in? Yeah, I've heard that
I'm
too. Why
tired
didn't
of
they put?
watching Russell Wilson play.
Yeah.
Get him out. I'm
Hmm.
starting to put him in the Devin Singletary category. Get him out.
Oh, oh.
Get him out. I'm tired of watching Russell Wilson. Old Russ is awful. It hurts my eyes. I can't
He's
do it.
heavy. Old Russ is not conditioning like he used to. He looks heavy in the middle, right? It's like where you gain weight when you're not working out, you're not physically active all the time. He's definitely heavy in the middle. Jarrell Ross joined us today, a Broncos fan. Jarrell
Ah, Broncos
says,
fan, what's up?
yes, Jarrell Ross says, my Broncos almost lost to the Raiders in one of the worst games ever played this past Thursday night.
We
Glad they
still won.
won, but sorry your Giants are going through it. Well, we definitely appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. Um,
You
and
know what?
Marty M adds, just want to add a couple more because I've been they've been waiting.
Okay.
Marty M says I was rooting for you at the last quarter. At this point, the goal should be keeping your good players healthy and planning for drafts and next season. New GM, new coaching is key. We got Benny Boom 68 has come back to stop by to check us out. Benny Boom 68 says, I really needed the Giants to win today. I don't want the Cowboys in second place.
Man, if you want the Giants to win a game, just go to sleep and act like it happened in your dreams, man. That's not happening in real life. Never depend on
Yeah.
the Giants. Only thing we'll give you is a dead guaranteed loss.
Yeah.
That's what we'll give you
Yeah.
at this point. It's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Freddie the hot dog. Great name. Dayball's time as coach is about to be over. Marty M says, does
I
Dayball
agree.
last until Thanksgiving? Yeah.
He
You
better
know,
not. He better not.
okay, so what's the plan for that then?
Fire him today.
So who would
What's
be,
my
so they would
idea?
elevate, who would they elevate? Bowen?
Fire him too. No, you know what?
Who is serving as coach
Get the
in the
damn
final
janitor from down
weeks?
the hall. I don't care. Just fire them both. Get them out.
I wonder if Jesse Armstead could do something. He's always on the sidelines. Do you think he could coach?
I
Former
mean,
Giants player and staff employee. You think he could
I
do
just don't
something?
want Dayball to be in the position. If Jerry Armstead is the alternative, that's fine with me.
Jesse.
Whatever his name is, who cares? Get him in there. Just get him in there. I don't care. It could be a Jerry Armstead too. We'll find somebody named Jerry
We'll
Armstead and
find
get him in
somebody
there.
named Jerry
I
Armstead.
just get Dayball out. I'm tired of watching him coach. We do the same plays. We literally when we came back into the second half, we ran the same like sweep play that we did. Like I can't really call it a sweep. We'll call it like a trap play. We did like a trap play for Jaxson Dart to get into the end zone, where we had two guards, a guard and a tackle, pulling from the left side to block for him, lead blockers. We did that, but to the other side. We just do the same things. We just flip plays. We don't try to innovate. We don't try to use. We went to Daniel Bellinger like what, twice today?
Yeah.
Why do we refuse to use tight ends more? Yeah, the play didn't work for him. He should have held on to it. He's a bigger guy. He should have held on to that ball. That should have been a touchdown, but it wasn't. But why is it that we use Theo Johnson on the first drive and then don't go to Theo Johnson anymore? What happens? Who's making the play decisions, the playmaking decisions? What's going on that we go from tight ends in the first quarter to no tight end usage, and then we get the one pass to Daniel Bellinger, and we don't target tight ends anymore? What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
We can't just keep throwing to Wan'Dale Robinson. Darius Slayton had one of the craziest catches, I think, in his career.
That was
That was Honestly,
Wow.
it looked like a fluke.
Right?
It,
Right.
it
It
looked like
was
there
a
was a
fluke.
magnet on his hand or something. And I'm like, whatever, yo. But like
It was take
we're
what we
never
could
gonna
get.
have that happen consistently.
No,
It's
no.
just
Yeah,
bad.
he actually had a good game.
He did, and it's
We
ironic because
talk
I'm wearing
about
his
him
jersey
terribly. Right.
and
We're
at work
talk
this
we
morning.
talk we talk about him terribly, but he had a good game today.
He has these
Darius
moments
Slayton
where he
had a
has
good game.
games like this.
Yeah.
The issue is that our constant is gone. Jaxson Dart was the Jaxson Dart show. I said this last week. It's just going to be the Jaxson Dart show the rest of the season. Jaxson Dart had two rushing touchdowns in the first half. Jaxson Dart was moving the ball down the field.
He
Didn't
was.
matter what the situation
No,
was.
no. Jackson Dart moved the ball down the field. It was him.
It was him.
Because
Did
we
everything.
we had no run game. They really
No,
really contained us there.
because you have Devin Singletary running the ball and Tyron Tracy Jr. just seems to want to run the same gap.
Right.
He had a moment where he could have bounced outside and maybe would have gotten 10 more yards, but his instincts made him cut back inside. He literally went like this and said, ah, never mind, and cut back inside and got like 2 more yards. He could have bounced out and got at least 10 more yards. He wants to
Hmm.
run in between the tackles. The fact of the matter is, we don't have any gaps in between the tackles on run plays because we can't run block. We just can't.
Yeah.
Cam Scadaboo made it look like we could because he ran through people. He was literally willing his way through people, showing that he had a bigger will than they did. So when you take away Cam Scadaboo, you don't have a run game. It's amazing how when you pull one person from the equation, everything else is gone. Malik Neighbors goes out. We all of a sudden don't have a real good receiving core anymore. Cam Scadaboo goes out. Now we don't have a run game. Jaxson Dart goes out. Now we have no quarterback. Why? We have no depth at any position where we could say if that first string guy goes out, we're fine with the backup. We don't have that at almost any position outside of the front seven on our defense. Outside of them,
Hmm.
we don't have
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And even our front seven can't get a sack.
Yeah.
12 pressures, no sacks, people. Just watch them play. Kayvon Thibodeau misses a sack. The person before him, I don't even think it was Dexter. It was Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence missed the sack, and then Kayvon right after, making Caleb Williams look like he's all pro Hall of Famer ready to go into the Hall of
He
Fame.
looked like he was a oh,
He
he did.
he was
He
dodging.
did.
What does he have? A spider sense? I'm confused. Why couldn't we tackle him today at all?
With
We couldn't
that,
bring
I
him to
don't
the
know
ground
what
at
it
all.
was, but we could not get a hold of that guy. We couldn't get a
Caleb
hold of
Williams
him.
is a good quarterback, but he's not
Benny
that nice.
Boom 68 says Jackson Dart gave it all he could today. If he wouldn't have gotten pulled for a concussion, the game probably would have been different. I agree with that. That's
Yeah,
definitely
but
probably
think about how
true.
many times he got pulled for the concussion earlier, and then Dayball got him out of the tent. That probably had an effect on him. Who knows? I don't
It
know.
might have.
That means Jackson
Matvinchenko
Dart's
is
taking too many
in
hits, though.
Matchenko is in the chat also. He said the Suns'
Hey,
face says
Shanks.
it all. When Dayball gets fired, who do you want as the next head coach? Yeah, well, we've been going over that. And I think we've heard some, and we don't
We were
know.
kind of joking. It wasn't really a serious answer, if I'm being honest.
It really wasn't a serious
It can't be
response.
Shane Bowen.
But
I can tell you who it's not going to be. It can't be Shane Bowen. Obviously, Dayball has to get out of there. After that, it's up for grabs. It just can't be Shane Bowen. Shane Bowen's not a leader. He's not a defensive coordinator. He needs to get his ass out of New York. He's just terrible. He's not good for the franchise. Neither of those people are good for the franchise. They're both bums. They're terrible. They can't coach. They just can't. Like you could give them a better team, and I still think they find ways to lose football games. I
we
really
got
do.
some suggestions in the chat. June Roman the third says Kingsbury. I think that's a if we could get him, that would be great. I don't know that we can though. But yeah, he would be a great coach to try out.
I think anyone is better than what we have right now. We've seen
Right.
dayball football
Thanks, June.
for the last
Uh,
several years.
Michael Holmes mentioned Antonio Pierce, but why wasn't Antonio Pierce part of our coaching staff? And there was some sort of scandal. Something happened.
No, that was the Raiders, wasn't it?
Oh, he was on. He had a scandal with somebody else. Oh, so he hasn't been scandalized with us. Oh, and he's a
Not
former
that I'm
player.
aware of.
Yeah, let's bring him. He was former Giant. So we had a little scandal previously.
I, to me, you have to just get rid of Dayball. His record is atrocious. I believe he's at under a 36 or 35% win rate at this point. He's approaching 30%. Having a 30% win rate as a professional coach in the NFL is abysmal. That could go down as one of the worst coaching record percentages of all time. If
Hmm.
he keeps losing, it's going to just keep getting worse. He'll approach under 30%.
Yeah.
Do we realize this, ladies and gentlemen? Does the front office realize this?
I
He
mean,
can't
what
keep
about
getting
the
away
fact
with
that we
this.
haven't won any road games in over a year? What about that?
399 days and counting.
That's crazy. Team can't win a game on the road.
To me, again, your players can't be that bad that you can't find ways to win football games. That has to be coaching. At some point, you stop looking at the roster and you stop looking at the people on the team, and you have to look at the people who are running the team. That should have happened
Yeah,
well before Daniel
should have.
Jones even got his new contract a couple of years ago. It should have happened. But because they had that fluke season in 2022, it was a reset.
Luke, it was.
Reset.
Yeah,
It was still the same bad coaches. It's just they had an easy schedule. But then we look at them the next year and they're terrible. Why
yeah.
did Dayball have another chance after that year? Why? You went from a bad season to a good one to a well, let me rewind. His first year was the good year. Then he had a bad year. Then he had another bad year. He should have been gone after the second bad year. After meaning last year. He should have been done after the 100-year season. He should have been done. Somehow
You know
he
what?
has a job still with us.
They could have definitely used the 100 year anniversary as a way to clean house. They could have said, you know
They should
what,
have.
you made us look bad at a time where we wanted to celebrate, and
Yeah,
they
and
couldn't,
monetize.
and monetize and celebrate, and they could
What the
not
hell is
do
going on
that.
with the
They
Eli Manning taking over my Hello? Why did Eli Manning take over? I know
what
how to fix
happened?
it. Eli Manning took over. Look at him. It zoomed in on Eli
It
Manning's
zoomed in
face
on Eli.
for no reason.
Well,
Eli is in here in
the
spirit.
the spirits are telling us
In
something.
spirit. In spirit, Eli Manning is here. I'm moving his face. I can't believe he just took over. I'm back. That was so weird. That was
Oh,
weird.
that is funny.
That was weird.
I'm watching the live feed, which is behind, so I missed that happen. So I'll see it happen soon. But but
It just started zooming on his face for no reason. For no reason. Freaking Eli.
um,
Look at
this
the
is
Giants
just
messing up our podcast.
it's just a I don't know. It's unfortunate that the team couldn't have capitalized the last season, and they're still making the same mistakes as far as
Yep.
personnel, and it's just not going to be. We're going to keep losing. I'm
Yep.
because we actually, the son and I had discussed hoping that we would lose today, right? So that we could be focused on the draft. But then when we started, that we were up at the half, you know,
All the way
it
to the end of
kind
the
of,
game, basically.
yeah, there was some hope,
And then they take it away again
and
at
then
the
they
last
take it
second. At the
away.
once again, in the last few minutes of the game. We're too used to this. It's deja vu every game. We have a good lead. We look good. Somebody gets injured. Now all of a sudden we lose momentum. Now we can't play. We can't run the ball. We can't pass the ball. Our special teams can't do anything right. Defense is tired. Lose, 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 lose. We just
We're
lose.
one trick pony. The depth issue, like you've mentioned, is it's a major problem.
It's
We're one
terrible.
trick pony. If we have, we have one good receiver, we'll have one good running back. When we lose those individuals, we're shit.
Yes, we're terrible. We're not saying that we're trying to be a team that has a good player at every depth position. We're not expecting to have an elite second backup running back or quarterback. We're not expecting to have an elite backup receiver or whatever. We just need to have somebody who is dependable. We don't have dependable backups. Illuminor was out last week. What happened? The right tackle had two back-to-back false starts in the same three down possession. He had two back-to-back false starts. And that messed up the rest of the momentum in the first quarter. Just the first quarter, forget the rest of the game. The rest of the momentum on that in that drive was deflated because of a new right tackle coming out of the practice squad, no experience playing football at an NFL level. We don't have Backups. Where's Evan Neal? Were we not confident in
Oh
Evan Neal at all
God.
that we couldn't put him
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
instead of a practice squad person? What happened
Yeah.
to him? What, did he eat
Yeah.
too many burgers and he retired? I'm
No.
confused.
Yeah, definitely
Since he said
Evan
that we make
Neal.
burgers and hot dogs, he must have been eating too many burgers and hot dogs, and now he don't play no
Yeah,
more.
Evan Neal is just a waste of time. We've got some
And
more
money.
comments in the yes, and definitely the money part. Benny Boom 68 says he respects us both and feel the passion that we have for our team. Um, Matt Shenko says the Giants need to hire a proven head coach. No more good coordinator hires with no head coaching experience. McAdoo,
Yes.
Shermer, Judge, Dayball. That's true. I mean, all of those guys
Yeah.
who are making a name for themselves in non-head coaching roles. Should the Giants have made a move for Salah? Absolutely, they should have before they should have made a move as soon as the Jets released him. He was right there.
Look at
They
all
should
the
have
other
made him.
candidates that we looked to pass. Dan Quinn, Brian Flores. They're all doing better than we are.
Mm-hmm.
They're
It's
all doing
true.
better than we are.
It's true.
Or by we, I mean Dabo. Doing better than him.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many people that we looked past and we were like, no, Dayball's the guy. We want Dayball and Shane. And then Dayball and Shane started pulling people from the Bills. And it's like, are we just going to become the Bills? That was the first thing they did. Then they started
That's
taking people from
we
just
should have
backups.
known. You know
We should
what?
have
We
known
should have
something was
known.
up. They didn't know what they were doing. They just went, the first thing they did was went right back to their old home and pulled people from that roster, thinking that they could
That's
pull those
right.
people from that roster, put them on the New York Giants, and somehow improve the
And
Giants roster.
replicate right and replicate whatever it was they were doing up there, and clearly that has not worked.
No,
Clearly.
and then they try to pull these backups from other teams. They always go for the backups. They don't try to pull a starter that's coming off of a contract. They go for a backup that's coming off of a contract or something like that. Like, oh, they have a backup over there that's worth like 3 million. We should just go get him. For what? A backup role? Don't tell me you're gonna put him in the starting spot. Oh, and then they put him in the starting spot. What? That's not a solution.
No.
Get, like Shenko just said, proven people. If you're gonna replace
Proven.
people, you give away people that are proven. Why do we give away Leonard Williams, Xavier McKinney, back in the day, Landon Collins, before we got him to come back? We gave him away when he was becoming an elite for us, and we gave him away.
Mm-hmm.
Odell Beckham Jr. goes away. So many Saquon Barkley. What are we doing?
It's true.
Not Jabril Peppers. Well, yes, Jabril Peppers. Now that I think about him too. And then Jason Pierre-Paul, although he blew his hand up, I don't want to talk about that too much because that makes me upset. But we give him away, and he goes and gets a ring with the Bucks.
It's true. With the
Like,
mangled hand.
yes, not JPP in his prime. This is one-handed JPP. We gave him up, and he goes and gets a ring with another team. We give up James Bradbury. He goes to the Eagles and gets a ring.
It's
Like,
true.
we just give away talent. We don't know how to keep it. We don't know how to bring people in. We don't know how to keep everyone together. We just give them away. We don't draft correctly, and then when we do draft correctly, they either unfortunately get injured or, like I just said, we give them away every time. And those players go and get rings. Odell Beckham has a ring. JPP, Saquon Barkley, James Bradbury, Xavier McKinney's looking like he's gonna get a ring soon in a couple of years if they can figure it out over there in Cheeseland. So I don't know. It's just I can't. I'm done. I can't do it. I don't know how much more of this I could take. I've been saying this for the last few years.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more of this I could take. The sole purpose of me not being a New York Knicks fan is because of the New York Giants. I can't be miserable all of the end of summer to the beginning of winter and then be excited in the winter for the Knicks and then be let down in the spring. I can't do that. I can't do that year round. I can't do that. I just can't. At least when I watch the Sixers lose when they're not supposed to lose, it doesn't hurt me that much because at the end of the day, I know Philly's losing. It makes me happy. It's a little toxic, but it makes me happy. And it works for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't be a Giants fan and then be a Knicks fan back to back. That's too much. The Knicks are going to be exciting this year. Make no mistake. They're going to be exciting. But there's always going to be that moment where they could mess it all up or something tragic could
Always.
happen. Because it's New York, something tragic could happen. I'm not trying to
It's
speak this
true.
into existence. Something could happen. And then the Knicks could then squander everything and lose. And then it's just New York Giants 2.0. I can't do that. I can't. For my mental health and my blood pressure. I can't do that.
Benny Boom 68 said, "Wait a minute. Bradbury got a ring just for being on our roster. He didn't do anything last year."
That don't matter. He got a ring. I don't care. He got a ring. It don't matter. He got a ring. So you could look at it however you want. He was a Pro Bowler when he was on the Eagles, at least one of those seasons. He was a Pro Bowler. You can't refute that. That happened. He was a Pro Bowler, and then y'all decided to keep him around for depth, and he got a ring. It is what it is, whether he did nothing for it or not. Odell Beckham got a ring on him. Basically, all he did, well, I shouldn't say all he did. He caught the first touchdown in the Super Bowl for the Rams, tore his ACL, and missed the rest of the game. He still got a ring.
He
Does that mean he
still
didn't
got
do
a
anything?
ring.
Did he not do enough? He did. He made the one play. That one touchdown could have been the only touchdown the whole game. We wouldn't have known until the end of the game. We didn't know. But he won though. So say what you want. James Bradbury got a ring. It still proves my
June
point.
June Ramon III says every player that leaves goes on to make a name for themselves.
Yep.
Indiana Jones, that's poor coaching.
Hold on. I said I wasn't going to do this in this video. Can we talk Daniel Jones for 5 minutes?
Yeah, go ahead. You have a lot of good thoughts on the Indiana Jones
If you look at
saga.
Daniel Jones, let's look at the record. Let's look at the Colts schedule right now. We're going to look at this Colts schedule. We're going to go through this one by one. Bear with me. I need you to stay with me here when I talk about this. The Colts have beaten the Dolphins, Broncos, Titans, Rams, Raiders. Excuse me, they didn't beat the Rams. They lost to the Rams. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Chargers, who we beat, by the way. We beat the Chargers. The Titans, again, the sorry Titans. They lost to the Steelers, and the Steelers is one of the worst games he's played this season. Shocker. They played an actual team. And same thing with the Rams. When you look at the Rams and the Steelers games, across both of those games, he has 5 interceptions. But when you look at the other teams, the Titans, let's look at the Titans record right now. The Titans are 1-7. All right? The Titans are 1-7. Where am I going with this? Now let's look at the Dolphins record. Why is it showing the Dolphins record when they oh, hold on. I have to look at it from here. The Dolphins are 3-7. They've got one more win than we do. All right. So they played the Titans twice, a 1-7 team. They beat the Dolphins, a 3-7 team. What's the Chargers record right now? I believe the Chargers are losing 28-0 right now to the Seahawks.
Right now? Wow.
They're 3-5, under 500. That's 3 teams so far with under 500 records that that Daniel Jones and the Colts have beaten. 3 under 500 teams. 3. Okay? Let's look at the Chargers record right now. Let's look at the Chargers and where they're at right now. Because I don't follow these teams like this. The Chargers just beat the Vikings 37-10, and they have a 5-3 record. That's one team that has above 500 record. The Broncos are above 500. The Broncos have one of the best records in the league. That they barely beat the Broncos. They barely beat them. They barely, but that doesn't mean that they're not a good team. What I'm saying is 4 teams. Oh, I didn't even talk about the Raiders. Let's look at the sorry Raiders record.
Are the Raiders not doing so? They're not doing so terrible.
I said let's look at the sorry Raiders record. They're 2-7. So they beat a 2-7 team, a 1-7 team, and a 3-7 team. Okay? And then the Cardinals are below 500. That's 4 teams with below 500 record that they've played. 2 of them they've played, or one of them they've played twice. So you're gonna tell me right now with a straight face that Daniel Jones is good when they've played 4 teams with below 500 record, and one of them they've played twice? No. Look at the Giants. Look at the opponents they've played. Majority of our opponents have above 500 record. Majority of them. If you put Daniel Jones in the situation where we are right now, do you think he wins any of those games? Or if you rather, you could even look at it like this. If you take those opponents that the Giants played and you put them in the Colts schedule, do you think the Colts are still whatever they are, 8-1 or 8-2, whatever they are, 7, whatever they are, whatever their record is? Do you actually think that they still have that record? I say no. Again, 2 of the best teams that they played aside from the Broncos gave them 5 interceptions, and he had 1 touchdown across all those games. And it was a rushing touchdown. It wasn't a passing touchdown. I'm just saying, I'm not a Daniel Jones I'm not trying to be a Daniel Jones hater. I am a Daniel Jones hater, but I'm not trying to be right now. I'm being objective as I can. Look at the teams that they've played. When he was 3-0, he played teams with a combined record of 2-9 or something like that. It was like 1-9 or something. The Broncos was the only team that had a win in the first 3 weeks out of those, or whatever it was, the first 4 weeks, whatever it was. When you look at their combined records, they all add all their losses together. There was like a 2-9 season or something like that at the time. It was bad. They played really easy teams, aside from the Broncos and the Rams and the Steelers. They haven't played anybody. They haven't. I promise you. That's all I have to say about Daniel Jones. They call him
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. It's a scam. It's a scam. Don't get scammed by Daniel Jones. Don't get scammed. The Falcons. The Falcons are 3-6, below 500. Another team that they just beat today in overtime. They had to do it in overtime. You're telling me Daniel Jones is good? It took them to go overtime with a 3-5 team to win, and you're telling me Daniel Jones? Let me look at his stats.
We've got some folks in the chat.
Daniel Jones has, hold on. Daniel Jones has 255 passing yards, one touchdown and one interception. You can't tell me Daniel Jones is good. That's
Wait a
New York
minute.
Giants football right there. He did that with us. 200 or more yards with one touchdown and one interception. He still manages to go a game with at least an interception and a touchdown when he goes for 200 yards or more.
Huh.
He still is not
Okay.
that guy. I promise you, Daniel Jones is not that guy. He's not. Jonathan Taylor had 244 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. It's not Daniel Jones. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
It's not Daniel
Yeah.
Jones. It's not him.
And
He's not why they're
everybody's
winning.
been talking about how fantastic Taylor has been this season.
It's not Daniel Jones. It's Jonathan Taylor. It's not Daniel Jones. He is not good. I promise you, Daniel Jones is not good. He is in a situation where they have an easy schedule with a really good running back and a decent run blocking offensive line.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
2022 season when we had
Yeah.
Saquon going for almost
Yeah.
2,000 yards.
And we had a fairly easy
Easy,
schedule.
the Pop Warner schedule. It was that was the season every NFC East team made it into the playoffs. Every single one. Every one. And you're telling me right now that you think Daniel Jones is good? If you believe that, whoever thinks that out there, no. No. Don't be fooled.
We've
You're getting
got
scammed.
some good, definitely getting scammed. We got some good comments in here. Marty M says, just saw an interesting stat. Cost per win. The Giants are third worst, with it costing them 32 million per win based on the cap. Best are the Chiefs, paying 13 million for a win. That's some really wacky sounding stats.
We're paying more money to lose.
Yeah.
That's bad management. That's bad management. That means you're overpaying players and you're not valuing them at the proper value, while at the same time, you're overvaluing certain players at certain positions.
Michael Holmes just put in like 7 different tribe emojis. It's just rough. Retired in Naples is in, and it says, I'm afraid Dayball will get Dart killed. You know what? Everybody's starting to feel, we're starting to
He's
feel that
making
way,
it that
right?
way.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the way he's coaching. He's like, I'm just going to use my quarterback and let him run. Why? He's not a running back. He's a quarterback. Let Devin Singletary go out there and run. I can't believe I'm saying that. I would rather him take those damn hits over Jaxson Dart, Tyron Tracy Jr., someone.
Yeah.
Why does Jaxson Dart have to do these QB runs? Why? We're just risking it
I mean,
all.
and he executes them well, except for the fact that his head bounces off the freaking field
Because
and he
he's
gets
not
concussed.
avoiding contact. He's not taking it and sliding down. He's just trying to run and get more yards. That doesn't win you games when you can't stay on the field. I get he's trying to get the
Oh,
touchdowns and everything.
we
I get
may
it.
have a Colts fan in the room. Someone named the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world says, "Whoa, see you in February when DJ is raising the Lombardi Trophy," and that's coming from a 35-year. Oh no, G-Men fan. Okay, this is one of our, and he goes, "Woo." I don't know. I don't think he's gonna
Daniel Jones is
be.
not getting a Super Bowl. No, don't do that.
No,
That's rage bait. It's pretty good rage bait. I'm gonna tell you
no.
right now. Daniel Jones is not getting a Lombardi Trophy. He's not raising anything. Daniel Jones can't play in the playoffs. He can't. Daniel Jones, watch, just watch. All I'm gonna say is this: watch. There's no universe where Daniel Jones is going to get a ring. None. None. I promise you. He will not get a ring. Daniel Jones is not who you think he is. You're looking at him through a rose-colored lens. You probably supported him when he was a New York Giant. He sucks. You put him in an easy schedule. This is what he's going to do. Give him a real schedule, and then I'll say what I have to say about him. If I can see him play the same way in a harder schedule, then maybe I'll take back what I said. But for right now, what I'm saying stands. The guy is not good. He is average, and he gets put
Yeah.
in an easy situation that makes him look above average.
And he's also injury prone, and that's
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 it.
just that's
That's it.
just
That's
waiting
all.
to and that's gonna catch up too.
There's just no like if I look at his season stats, let me look at his season stats.
Retired in Naples says, as for Dart, when you're 22, you think you're invincible. And that is true too. He might, have a little bit of a sort of a invincible sort of thought process right now. This is his first season. He's
Hmm.
young. It might, putting himself in harm's way. He's not thinking like someone who is a little bit more seasoned. So yeah, that's probably a lot it.
Let me
Michael
ask you
Holmes
something.
said, go ahead.
Does this sound good to you? Daniel Jones has 15 touchdowns this season and 7 interceptions. Does that sound like a good
Mm,
quarterback?
mm,
Let's look
all
at his
right.
season stats with the Giants.
When you say 15 touchdowns, he has thrown 15 touchdown passes. Not he hasn't gotten those himself, has he?
Those are touchdown passes.
Okay, yeah. All right. I mean, that's just
So
that's
far
that's
in
that's
the
regular.
in the last 4 games, he has one passing touchdown. Are you telling me that's a good quarterback?
Interesting.
Are you telling me that? There's
Okay.
only one game this season where he has more than 2 touchdowns passing, and it's shockingly against the Titans, the worst team that they've played all season. So if you look at again, I'm just saying, and then against the Steelers, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Then you look at the Rams game, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He has an interception against the Cardinals and an interception against the Falcons today. He had an interception against a bad team today. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the Giants' seasons. There's a season that's similar to what the stats he has currently. He has 2,659 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. If you go back to 2022 Giants season, the easiest season that he had, 3,205 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That is very close to what he has right now against easy teams. When he plays against tougher teams, he has 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. This is what he is when he plays against actual teams. I'm just telling you right now, Daniel Jones ain't good. Don't get it twisted. He's not Indiana Jones. He's still Danny Bum. He'll always be Danny Bum. Or Danny Dumpster, whatever you want to call him.
Danny Dempsey.
He's never going to be Danny Dimes in my book. Never. He will always be Daniel Bum. So I'm giving him till week 1 of playoffs. Forget the rest of this season. Doesn't matter. Let's say they make playoffs. I'm gonna be watching that game. And I'm gonna see if he really is the real deal. I guarantee you he won't be. And I will react. If they win or lose, I will be reacting to the Colts games in the playoffs.
Benny Boom 68 says the Colts will lose in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah, most definitely, for
If they
sure.
even make it. But they
If they
probably
make
will.
it.
They probably will. But they'll lose in the first round. But again, that's who Daniel Jones is. He's not gonna get a ring. He's not gonna win you games. No, he won't. I
Mm-mm.
promise. I promise you that. He will not be good. And people thinking he'll be good, and the NFL trying to rage bait Giants fans into being upset or maybe happy, whatever end of the spectrum you're on for Daniel Jones. The NFL needs to stop the rage baiting. They have to stop.
It's
Or,
true.
or, or
I
whatever
agree
they're
with
trying to
that.
do, prove up whatever agenda they're trying to prove.
It's true.
It's all disgusting, all of it. What were you gonna say? Someone else said something in the chat. You said Michael said something.
Michael Holmes he's actually very very engaged today with other people in the chat. Um
That's great.
he said he
We want the
says
family to talk.
right. He says that definitely he says that let's see who is he talking to? He calls someone is a coach killer. Daniel Jones is a coach killer, not a coach whisperer. Is that what you meant, June Ramon the third? Because then we had a couple people say
I can
something
see that.
else, saying
To be
that
fair, the coaches he had sucked too.
Definitely not a QB whisperer. DJ was not not will not win a Super Bowl. Sorry, my friend. That's what Michael
He won't.
Holmes said.
He
Yeah.
won't. And no, Dayball is not a QB whisperer. He's nothing. He's a garbage whisperer. That's it. He only knows how to spit
No.
garbage out of his mouth. He doesn't know how to coach a game. He doesn't know how to motivate players. He doesn't know how to get the troop, galvanize the troops, as everyone says. He doesn't know how to do that. The fact of the matter is, when Cam Scatterboo was on the team healthy, is when we had a coach. That's the sad truth. Cam Scatterboo might as well have been the coach because he got everybody to believe in the system and
He
believe that
did.
they could play and win. It was
Yeah,
Cam
he did.
Scatterboo. It was
Yeah.
nobody else. Jaxson Dart has a little bit of that swag, but Jaxson Dart, I don't think was motivating them the way Cam Scatterboo was. People wanted to play harder for Cam Scatterboo. They wanted to match
Right.
his energy.
He and because the energy was, was palpable. I can't even say the word. You could feel it. It was something it was tangible, his energy, right? And that no longer was there.
Nope.
Benny Boom 68 says the Giants need a Tom Coughlin type coach. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't had that quality since Tom Coughlin, right?
Nope.
Time for a new GM and coach, says retired in Naples. I mean, we've been saying that. I mean, we can only hope that they're trying to figure that part out right now.
Yeah. They've been trying to figure that out for years, and we can only hope that they figure it out soon enough because how long is it going to take? Like, we've been waiting forever. Like, it's really
Long
not
time.
rocket science, but the way
No.
that they manage this team, it feels like it's rocket science. They make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. From
Yeah.
the giving away Saquon to repaying Daniel Jones and overpaying him and all of that, and then bringing in these quarterbacks to be backups and overpaying them. We've got Jameis Winston. We paid him like what 5 million, 8 million, whatever it was. And he's just sitting there riding the bench. We just keep going with Russell Wilson when we could give him a shot to see if he could do something. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And I'm sick of it. Darius Slayton got overpaid. I don't know why we paid him 36 million. We paid him the same amount that Saquon Barkley got paid. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just bad decision making, bad everything. Darius Slayton knows he was not worth 36 million, but because they
Gosh.
gave it to him, he decided to take it. I mean, I'm not saying no to that either. But the fact that they gave him 36 million, knowing damn well he's worth maybe 18, maybe. It's disgusting. It's terrible. There's just no right move that the Giants have made in the past few years outside of Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterboo being signed to the Giants or drafted rather. It's just pitiful. And until Dayball and Shane are gone, we will not see any change. So Dayball, we can only hope we get an early Christmas gift and he's fired before the end of the season because after that, Shane Bowen obviously will be gone because usually when the head coach goes, they clean up shop. So you get rid of the defensive coordinator, you get rid of anyone underneath them, and you just start over from scratch. And you actually get, like some of the people in chat have been saying, proven people with a resume that's promising. It doesn't even have to be the best resume. It doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to have an 80% win rate. They just need to have a competent, sound mindset for football and preach the fundamentals to these young guys who are trying to do everything they can and be Superman when they need to start playing more like Batman. Because we just don't have a Superman on this team right now. But they're
No.
trying to play like they are. And the way that they're playing does not match the record. At least sometimes. You got Jaxson Dart playing like we're a 6-0 team. And it's just no, I do not have the confidence in my quarterback to constantly be making run plays and running 15, 20 yards, and I don't expect him to not get hurt. That's just not the type of team we are. So we need to start playing like we are a 2-8 team. That's what we need to start playing like. I'm done. I can't. I have nothing else to say about this. I feel like we're going in circles talking about how bad we are. We have to cut this, people. I will say this. I do thank everyone that's been here that came in today to be a part of
I'm
the
sorry.
therapy.
They definitely came, and this is definitely Giants therapy, right? And some
Yes.
people are going as far as ordering the hoodie. They're ready to get their Fire Dayball hoodies. I put it in the chat,
Yes.
the link. We've got Michael Holmes. He says he's on it. We've got June Roman the
I'm
third.
about to
He's
order
on it.
mine. It's time. I'm ordering mine after this podcast. It's time. I'm gonna order mine. He's got to go, and I'll wear it in my next video. Hopefully, it gets here in time. I'm done with Dayball. Dayball's got to go. Dayball's got. I saw some people in a video on YouTube earlier this morning talking about fire Joe Shane. Dayball's not the problem, and I'm just like, what? There are some Giants fans that don't quite get the picture here. It's Dayball. Yes, Shane is
uh,
part of the problem. But Dayball's got to go.
Dable, I would say people have an affinity for him because
I
he
don't see
has been
why.
known as like the players coach because he could be kind of chill and down and
Kinda.
like a bruh. But we don't need that. We need wins.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
could care less if he's the nicest guy on the planet. If he's not getting me dubs, he's useless to me. Get him out of the office. Get him out of the coaching position. He can't
Hmm.
coach. He just can't. He needs to go coach at a different level, or he needs to get out of the head coaching role and go back to being more either offensive coordinator or being some sort of specific position coach. He does not deserve to be a head coach in the NFL. He can't coach a team. He just can't.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
I think Josh Allen carried him in the same way that Tom Brady carried Bill Belichick. Because
Yeah,
Bill Belichick
yeah.
was pretty much almost nothing. Once Tom Brady left, it was misery for the Patriots. That fan base couldn't get any sort of excitement out of that team without Tom Brady. And him getting out of there and going to play in coach college level was smart, but now Bill Belichick's getting exposed at the college level as well. So I don't know. My whole point is this. Get rid of Dayball, Shane Bowen, and Joe Shane,
Yeah,
and
pretty
obviously anyone
much.
else.
Yeah.
And we can just hopefully look forward. We're not going to have Jaxson Dart for at least another week out of after this because of the concussion protocol and whatnot. So it's going to be the Russell Wilson show next week, which is just terrible for us because I can't watch Russell Wilson play a full game of football.
They've got to have some sort of conversation about mixing it up
Put in Jameis
with
Winston, please.
Jameis. Yeah,
Please put
yeah.
Jameis
They've
Winston
got
in.
to be having that conversation.
You can't keep making us watch Russell Wilson play football. You can't do that. So,
Yeah,
but Giants
it.
fans,
Yeah,
we're done. We like to remind you guys, if you haven't done so already, to please subscribe, like the video. It helps this channel grow. It helps the algorithm show people that this is a good video and hey, you should check us out. So it would mean the world to us if you subscribed, liked, and obviously keep commenting once the live stream is done. We'll still be replying and checking back and making sure we get your guys' thoughts and give you our 2 cents, whatever it may be, um, or a bag of chips if you're the New York Giants. So I have nothing else I could say. I want to be optimistic or anything, but at the end of the day, we're just playing for draft picks. We
yeah.
should be
I
upset that
think
we
that's
lost
it.
today, but we should be happy that we're at least playing total draft pick.
Yeah,
So
we have a lot of
hopefully,
competition for these high
yeah,
draft picks.
we do. It's sad. There's just
It's
a lot
very
of bummy
sad.
teams. There's a bunch of bummy teams.
A
There's
lot of
bad.
bumps.
But now we got
Yeah,
to figure out how to be as bummy as these guys, if not worse, so we can have a higher draft pick.
it's
So
true.
it is what it is. We'll see you guys in the next game. Who do we even play? Do I even want to look? I don't even know if I want to look. I'm looking anyway. I'm disturbed. Oh no. Don't we play?
It's week 11.
Oh, we're playing the
Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah, we're in. We have we're. It's at home. It's in New Jersey. So there
As
you
if that
go.
matters.
But
It
they don't.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
they don't have to spend any money to travel. It's just it's savings for the team.
And then
But
we have
yeah,
the
they're
Lions right after.
then the Lions. Yeah, so it's not a good situation. It's we know this. I mean, again, every game the commentators like, oh, and the Giants have the worst one of the worst schedules this season. I mean, we're reminded every game.
I...
Peace to you, June Ramon III.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
night,
stopping
everybody. Thank you
in.
for stopping in. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you
We
for
appreciate you.
thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you, and please reshare our everything that we post here. We would love for you to share with other people who either hate or love the Giants. We appeal to both, but definitely let people know about us and tell them to subscribe, and so they can check us out after every game. But for now, we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Take care, everybody. The Giants suck.
All right. We
Mom,
oh
this is
we
bad. This is like sports murder. Packers